Welcome back to the Mike Will experiment, everybody. I am here today to talk about the Nintendo Switch OLED model. If you are new to the Mike Will experiment, make sure you like and subscribe for more Nintendo Switch OLED news. So Nintendo, in their usual fashion, post E3, this is how this Nintendo Switch Lite happened too, went ahead and said, hey, we're gonna drop this Nintendo Switch Pro, quote unquote, trailer. By the way, this is not the Nintendo Switch Pro. There is no Nintendo Switch Pro, as I had previously reported. However, there is a new Nintendo Switch model. This Nintendo Switch model is essentially kind of a culmination of various reports, because, we had that report where they were talking, I think the Wall Street Journal was talking about them, or Nintendo ordering OLED screens. This was, these rumors have been going for quite a while now. So you can kind of see how you could piece together all of those rumors and get to this, but boy, no one was even close. So let's kind of break down what this is. So it's essentially an upgrade, but Nintendo is not wanting to segment its fan base or confuse them. I think they learned their lesson from the Wii U. And so now everything is just Nintendo Switch. They just say, hey, it's the OLED version. Kind of like Nintendo Switch V2. But the bottom line is, when mom or dad goes into the store to buy it, it's going to say Nintendo Switch. And they're going to ask the clerk what's the best Nintendo Switch. And this is the Nintendo Switch that the clerk is going to hand to them. And that's why this is an amazing way that they decide to do this. I actually, for the consumer, think the nomenclature was brilliant. Will this be worth your money, though? Well, that's a matter of debate and personal preference. I do think there's value to be had here, but there's certainly not what people were expecting. 4K, other things. So it may not be worth it, but especially at a scalped price, I would keep that in mind with this system. Now, I really didn't go over too many of the obvious details because you guys have probably watched a million other videos. I did want to cover, however, the website for this. Now, it is launching October 8th, 2021. It will have the slightly larger, disappointingly larger screen to me. I think they could have went wider with the bezel. But I digress. So this trailer is just the same trailer it looks like here, so we're just gonna back out of that situation. But it looks like they really could have used more bezel. Even, oh wow, we increased it, but it was so little, it didn't really go to the edges like a lot of the concept art. And I'll put on the screen here the difference between the concept art and the final product. And that's just normal for concept art to look like that. But obviously that concept art was fake and was made by individuals. As you can see, 7-inch OLED screen. Feast your eyes on vivid controls and crisp contrast when you play on the go. So slightly better screen. Good news for Breath of the Wild 2. You won't need a special system to play it, though. Wide adjustable stand. That is very cool. Again, not worth $350 though. That's what I'm saying. Find your best angle. Cool. I mean, obviously, you don't have a Switch. This is the Switch to get. But if you already have a Switch and you want to keep your Switch, like if you're okay with selling your Switch, maybe. But and the 64 gigabytes, big deal. This should have been like $256. Again, that isn't impressive to me. Sorry to say. Enhanced audio did sound good. I like the lighted Switch dock, which the small moments in our Discord pointed out that when you pop the Switch in the dock, lights up. Again, cool, but we don't know if for $350, when you already have a Switch that is perfectly fine, I don't know. So will I be getting this? I have to say at this time, I am leaning towards no. I mean, look at all that extra room they had to bezel. Look at it. It's just not that impressive, guys. And I mean, it's cool, and I'm sure the OLED display will be very impressive in person, as I have an OLED display on my laptop, and it is awesome, but $350, plus people are going to be trying to scalp these for $500-$600. My advice is to not pay a scalp price at all. Okay, if you're going to trade in your system or sell your system, great. Otherwise, save some money and wait. It isn't dire to get this. You won't have to get it to play, certain games that are coming out. They'll still work on your old Switch. I think Nintendo did a great job on this as just a Apple type upgrade. They're following more of the Apple ideology, which is great. I think that will serve them very well. Because people won't be confused. It's Nintendo Switch Lite if you want a portable. It's Nintendo Switch OLED if you want a little of an upgrade. But really, they're all called Nintendo Switch, and there's no confusion. The boxes look beautiful, by the way. I mean, Nintendo does a great job on their boxes. I don't want to appear critical of this. I just want you guys to realize that you don't need to spend $350 on this just to keep up with the Joneses. And your other favorite YouTubers are going to be like, I pre-ordered this today. You should go. I'm just saying, have some moderation. If you don't feel like you need this, don't pre-order it. Don't pre-order it to resell it. This is just my opinion, but let the people pre-order it that want it, that really want it. So that's just my take on this situation. I understand that many people will just buy it because they may have the resources to buy it. Look, if I had all that extra money laying around, I would buy it. But I think if you're a mindful person on a budget, you have to think about this one. That is all I will say. So let me know what you think of the Nintendo Switch OLED in the comments below, and I hope y'all are having a great day.